heralding the truth with effective dynamism.
In a quiet village at sunset, a pregnant woman known by everyone as Mama Ada was preparing dinner. The aroma of spices filled the air as she stirred the pot gently. She called to her young son Chica with a soft voice. "Please go and buy some pepper from the shop down the road. Be quick and be careful," she added, her eyes full of motherly concern. 15 minutes passed, then 30, then an hour. Mama Ada's heart began to beat faster. She stood on the porch calling his name. "Chica," she called again, louder this time. Neighbors began to notice. She asked if anyone had seen him. No one had. The food on the fire began to burn, but she didn't care. Her heart was racing, fear rising in her chest. Holding her swollen belly, Mama Ada made her way to the shop, walking slowly but urgently. The shopkeeper shook his head. "He hasn't come here today." Panic surged. People started to gather around her. Some offered to help search. As night began to fall, she sat briefly on a bench, holding her stomach tightly. Her mind wandered to moments with Chica, his laugh, the way he helped her cook, the way he often asked about his baby brother. These memories gave her the strength to rise and keep searching. Ronza, the cool night air was thick with the scent of firewood and wet leaves. As Mama Ada wandered the narrow paths calling her son's name, her husband Amika sat under a mango tree in a nearby town miles away. Ronza laughter surrounded him as he passed a bottle of strong palm wine with two friends. Cigarette smoke hung in the air. "Ah, Ameka, this freedom sweet you well." "Oh," one of the men teased, clapping him on the back. Ameka chuckled, puffing out smoke. "Let me enjoy small peace. That house is full of drama, pregnant wife, little boy running everywhere. Sometimes a man just needs to breathe." They all laughed heartily, but for a brief moment, Ameka's eyes shifted. He remembered Chica tugging his trousers the day he left. "Daddy, bring me something sweet." He also remembered Ada, tired, yet still packing food in his bag, quietly pressing money into his hand. "Don't forget us." A baby cried somewhere in the distance, not his. Still, his smile faded. "Another drink?" a friend offered. He nodded, but slower this time. As he took the bottle, his fingers trembled just slightly. Back in the village, the moon lit the narrow paths with a silver glow. Mama Ada clutched her belly, leaning against a wooden fence, her breathing shallow and rapid. Pain surged through her back. The baby shifted uncomfortably inside her. She tried to shout, but her voice cracked. "Chica, Chica!" A neighbor rushed to her side. "Mama Ada, please sit down. You're not as strong as before. Let's take you home." "No," she gasped, her eyes wide. "My son, he's still out there." Suddenly, she fell to her knees. Sweat soaked her dress and her breath came in ragged bursts. "Her water's breaking," someone shouted. "She's going into labor." "No, not now," she cried. "Not without my Chica." Far away from home, Chica had set off cheerfully, holding the money tightly in his small hand. Mama had told him to buy pepper. The shop was only 5 houses away, but in his heart something else stirred. Before Papa left, he had promised, "When I come back, I'll buy you a big toy car." But Papa hadn't come back. So when Chica reached the shop and saw a truck heading toward the next village, the same direction Papa had gone, he made a decision. "I'll find him," he thought, "then I'll bring him home to Mama. She'll be so happy." And with that, he turned and followed the dusty road, determined, still holding the pepper money in his hand. The clinic room was dim, lit only by a swaying bulb on the ceiling. Mama Ada lay on the bed, drenched in sweat, her hands on her belly. Nurses whispered instructions, but all she could hear was the absence of her son's voice. Tears ran down her cheeks. "Oh God," she wept, "I should have listened to you." Her mind flooded with warnings she had once ignored. The quiet voice before marriage, the strange dreams, her mother's counsel. "I just wanted love, a home. I thought I could change him. I thought things would improve." Another contraction tore through her body, but still she prayed. "I was wrong. I've carried this alone for too long. Forgive me, Lord." She looked upwards. "Please don't let me lose this child or my son. Touch Ameka's heart. Break every chain. Bring him back. Bring Chica back." A nurse held her hand. "You're doing well, Mama Chica. Just a bit more." But Mama Ada was not listening. She was praying not with elegant words, but with the raw cry of a mother on the edge. And somewhere beyond the clinic walls, heaven listened. At that very moment, in a different town, Emeka sat still while laughter echoed around him. But his own laughter had died. A strange weight pressed on his chest. Then a text blinked on his screen. Chika is missing. I'm in pain. Please come. The cup fell from his hand. Emeka jumped into a tricycle, speeding back home, shirt drenched with sweat. Why did I leave? Why did I stay away? Why did I stay away? My son is missing. My wife could die. In the woods, Chika stood at the edge of an old quarry. His feet ached. The sky had turned dark. The way back was lost. He whispered through tears, "Papa, where are you?" Suddenly, rustling nearby, two older boys appeared, mocking him. One shoved him and he nearly fell down the slope. Then a flashlight beam pierced the darkness. "Who's there?" a man shouted. The boys ran off. Chika crouched, scared and bleeding. The light came closer. A familiar voice followed. "Chika." It was Uncle Bayo, Mama Ada's cousin. He lifted the boy into his arms. "What are you doing here? Your mother's in labor." "I wanted to find Papa," Chika cried. "She misses him and I do too." Rain began to fall, soft at first, then steady. Back at the clinic, Mama Ada's pain had reached its peak. "Hold on, Mama. Your baby's almost here," the midwife encouraged. In her spirit, she was still praying, "Lord, please bring them back." A tricycle screeched to a halt outside. Emeka jumped out, soaked, frantic. At the same moment, Uncle Bayo arrived on a bike, holding Chika wrapped in a blanket. Their eyes met. "Papa!" Chika cried. Emeka fell to his knees in the mud, arms wide. Chika ran into them. "I'm sorry, Papa. I was trying to find you." Emeka clutched him tightly, trembling. "No, son. I'm the one who's sorry. You were searching for a father who left." Uncle Bayo nodded. "She's inside. She's been praying for you both." Emeka entered the clinic holding Chika's hand. Mama Ada turned her head slowly. Time stood still. "Jesus, thank you," she whispered. Tears streamed as Emeka dropped to his knees. "I'm here, Ada. I'm so sorry. I failed you. I failed God. But I want to come home. I want to be the man you prayed for." She smiled weakly, touching his cheek. Chika stood beside them, holding her hand. "The baby's coming. Push now," the midwife called. And there, united as one family, a cry filled the room. A child was born. A son was restored. A father had returned. A prayer was answered. 3 weeks later, the morning sun bathed the rooftops in golden light. In a tidy compound, Mama Ada sat beneath a mango tree, her newborn cradled in her arms. Chika sat beside her, playing with the baby's fingers. The baby's name, Chimdindu. My God is alive. Ran from the kitchen. Laughter and the sound of worship music floated out. Emeka was stirring soup, humming softly. No more drink, no more cigarettes. And on Sundays he walked to church holding Chika's hand. Neighbors often said, "Only God can change a man like that." Mama Ada looked to the sky, tears of peace in her eyes. "Thank you, Lord," she whispered. "You heard me, you answered." Chika asked with a smile, "Is this what miracles look like?" She kissed his forehead. "Yes, my son, and you are one of them."
2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14 says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, and pray and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and heal their land." God is able to heal your home and restore your marriage. Shalom.
The Midnight
Cry. Heralding the truth with effective dynamism.
dynamism.